And welcome inside 302 Sports. We are live from the 76ers Fieldhouse for tonight's matchup of two top 10 teams. Number 10, the St. Mark Spartans are taking on the home team here at the Fieldhouse tonight will be the number 4 ranked Salesianum Gentlemen, if you will. And both teams coming into this contest 10-5. And Pat, should be a good one on tap for tonight, but it's an even bigger night being the SL24 Classic.
Absolutely, and you know, everybody in here, we had the girls game on before, Mike and Jay did that. This SL24 Classic is for the best of causes. You knew Sean, I knew Sean as well. He's a great kid. He unfortunately lost his battle with depression last year in July, and that's what this is all for. It's all about that, and he was the St. Mark's graduate, obviously Salesianum being the big-time rival. This is a fitting game for this to be the SL24 Classic. Opposing styles of play, Nick. It's going to be interesting to see.
It will be interesting to see. And before we took the air, Sean's dad gave a very emotional, heartfelt speech to everyone here in the Fieldhouse.
Still got chills from it.
Absolutely. Just want to say a special thanks to the Locke family and everyone here at the 76ers Fieldhouse for everything they've done to bring depression to light and to join the cause in the effort and to aid against depression. And like we both said, Sean was a fantastic kid. His dad referred to him as the Sally's Killer whenever they used to play Sally's. We'll see if the Spartans can find another Sally's Killer here tonight. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be two opposing styles of play. Used to be these two teams played the same exact way. They both like to play good defense, great defense actually, and slow the game down offensively and take good quality shots. St. Mark still lives by that mantra. Salesianum under new coach Taylor Trevisan, a little bit of a high-flying action They like to press, they like to get out in transition, and they like to score points. It's going to be interesting to see. It's the unstoppable force against the immovable object, so to speak, in this one. And I can't wait to see what happens here.
And earlier in the year, these two teams faced each other. What was a great game almost to the very end. And we're expecting to see a similar battle here tonight now, just under 3 minutes until tip here from the 76ers Fieldhouse for this special matchup between St. Mark's and Salesianum. And we have a special sideline guest tonight. We'll hear from him in just a little bit. Mike Lang will be our sideline reporter for this matchup. And Pat, again, we look down, two top 10 teams, like you said, different styles of play. Should be a great one. And again, all of us on tap, Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis, Nick Halliday in the building.
Absolutely, and you know, at halftime we're going to have some special guests on here. Trevor Cooney and Jay Wesley from the Blue Coats are going to come on. They've kind of put this event together, as well as the Locke family as well. So we'll talk to them, kind of learn about how this event came to be, and also learn about, you know, what other events are we going to be able to see here in this 76ers Fieldhouse, other than, of course, Blue Coats game. Some really good information coming to you there at halftime. But looking at just some players to watch here from Salesianum, especially Darnell Vaughn, going to have to keep an eye on him. He's a senior guy. He can shoot the ball. He can also battle down low. And, of course, a guy that's been here for a couple of years, Jack Brown, 6 feet 7 inches, can shoot from the outside, can handle the ball. He's a guy that's relied upon a lot. And then Rasheen Kalk, a sophomore, who's really coming to his own. As for St. Mark's, you got to look at Eric Ludman, the big fella, 6 feet 3. He's shedded some weight since the last time we saw him last year. He can really get the job done inside, as well as Victor Marcello and I believe Michael Williams as well. He was on the show. Those guys can get it done. It's going to be an interesting game for sure there.
Absolutely, and again, now just a minute away from tip here, live from the 76ers Fieldhouse, and we can talk about the environment here. It's surely like nothing I've ever seen. Such a brand new facility here, and everyone packed into the brim here, all the seats being taken. It's a very, very good environment tonight. And now we're going to take a moment and send it down to our sideline reporter, Mike Lang. What do you got for us down there?
Station wasn't happening 10 seconds ago.
Now we're going to Mike Lang. His microphone was cut off. We got him now.
All right, welcome back to 302 Sports. Mike Lang here courtside, and we're here waiting for the boys game. We have introductions coming up, and it should be a good game between Salesianum and St. Mark's. I'm trying to get St. Mark's graduate Governor John Carney on here in a second, but let me see if I can sneak in there. Hey, Governor Carney, I'm Mike Lang.
Special thanks to Mike Lang. He's down right next to the hardwood there on the sideline. And we're about moments away from getting our starting five underway here.
It's an important event here tonight. I imagine this is something.
Featuring the visiting team, the St. Mark's High School Spartans. And the home team, the Salesianum School
Can you say it?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet tonight's participating teams. First, as we introduce the visiting St. Mark's High School Spartans. Introducing first the reserves, number 5, Carter Marks. Number 10, JJ Hennico.
Thanks, Mike. I'm not quite sure we got that interview on there. He's, of course, talking to Senator Carney down there. And if we didn't get that, maybe we'll try and get him a little later in the game with an interview. But, yeah, no, we're about ready to go here, Nick, like you said. Starting lineup being announced now.
Yep, going through the reserves first here from the 76ers Fieldhouse, and we'll get into your starters, and we'll get that to you as soon as we have them right now. Going through the reserves for the visiting St. Mark's Spartans, entering the contest 10-5, and trying to move up those ranks. They're our 10th ranked team in the 302 Sports rankings. And we're going to take a short break right now. When we come back, starting lineups and tip-off live from the 76ers Fieldhouse.
At every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions.
Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
In 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Swartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group is your local.
And we welcome you back live inside 302 Sports. We are at the 76ers Fieldhouse for the ever-special SL24 Classic. In our final game of the evening, the St. Mark Spartans will take on Sally's here. It'll be a Sally's home game here from the 76ers Fieldhouse. Both teams coming in 10-5. Pat, both teams ranked in the top 10, and like you said, should be a great matchup, contrasting styles here. And we're going to take a quick pause for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll talk basketball.
We do ask that you please rise.
Well, let's see. All right, we're going to do the anthem. You're right, Nick. All right. We're going to listen in on this one because this young man here from Salesianum, he sang before the girls' game, and he was fantastic. So we're just going to step aside and let you listen into this.
What a beautiful rendition of the national anthem there from a young gentleman from Salesianum High School. And Pat, like you said it, that was a great job there.
Yeah, Quinn Murphy, fantastic job by him. You know, I mean, to sing the anthem is not easy. And he does a pretty good job. And, you know, we're about ready to get underway here, Nick. And I couldn't be more excited about this game. And packed house, completely sold out. 2,500 tickets were sold. Over $20,000 was raised for the Unlock the Light Foundation. That's going to go towards a facility for high school and college-aged kids to go to and seek treatment for their depression or anxiety. It's really a great, great night here at the 76ers Fieldhouse.
Absolutely, and you see Sean's brother now on the court giving some knuckles to his younger brother, Aiden, who is a basketball player for the St. Mark Spartans. And Kevin will be doing the tip-off for us here tonight. So special thanks to Kevin and again to the Locke family for everything they've done to put this together in the 76ers Fieldhouse, as well as everyone else just associated with it. Truly is an incredible event here we're having tonight, and it will raise awareness. That's definite.
I actually went to Salesianum for 1 year with Kevin. Look, they're going to actually play like it's the game. Hey, I was about to say. But no, I went to Salesianum for a year. Kevin was there. He also tried out for an AAU team that I eventually played on. He ended up playing with another team, believe it or not. He tried out. Sean practiced with us a couple of times. So, you know, basketball runs through the Locke's blood. And speaking of the blood, Aiden Locke, the younger brother, starting tonight for St. Mark's, Nick.
Getting the start, number 23. You'll hear from him soon, probably. Under 8 minutes, and we are underway now live from the 76ers Fieldhouse. St. Mark's and Salesianum, two top 10 teams looking to get a victory here in this one. Ball moving around here for the Spartans to get it started early. Good pass down low on the block. Nice move. Can't get the shot to go, though. That was number 15.
What a block right there by Sean Reagan.
So now Sally's quickly the other way. It's Rasheem Kalk down low to Jack Brown. Doesn't get that shot to go. Excuse me, Reagan. And here we go, 0-0, almost a minute in here in this one. Again, St. Mark's and Sally's, thanks for joining us here live on 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garianis, Jason Winchell out next to us producing. Nick Halliday down there snapping some photos. We got the whole crew up here. Here's a drive kick out. Aiden wants the three in the corner.
Oh, the place would have erupted if he hit that one, Nick.
Offensive rebound for the Spartans. They're going to move it around. Tried to get it back up top. Wasn't expecting it, though. That was Ludman. And the ball out of bounds. So back to Sally's it goes.
You see the fan love out there for Aiden Locke. They're cheering him on.
So Sally's, they get the ball back. Still looking for our first bucket here in this one between Sally's and St. Mark's. Sally's ball on the floor. Ferrante up to Kalk. Or Vaughn, excuse me. Now it's Kalk, the sophomore, NBA three-point range here.
You don't realize how spaced out the floor is at that upper level until you see it like this. Ferrante on the travel there, Nick.
Tried a little dribble handoff down low to Reagan. A little one extra step in there, so the turnover for Sally's and ball back to the Spartans.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you should expect to see from St. Mark's. They're going to play lockdown defense.
And again, Sally's similar play style up until this year where they have a new coach. That mid-range jump shot a little short. Winds up in the hands of Ludman on the block. He tries to go back up strong, and he gets the two.
Yeah, the big fella might have dropped some weight, but he's still a very strong force down on the block. Gets the scoring started here early.
St. Mark's, they go up 2-0 to get this one started. A minute and a half through the first quarter here at the 76ers Fieldhouse for the Sean Locke Classic. And now Sally's still inbound here.
And here's one of the guys you really need to keep an eye on here. Rasheem Kalk, he's really come into his own as this season has progressed. Only a sophomore. He's really a key for them.
They get it down low to Reagan. Reagan kicks back out. Thought about the three. Vaughn will take the mid-range jump shot short off the front end of the rim. Rebound to the Spartans.
And, Sally's is probably going to take a little bit of time to get used to, and probably St. Mark's as well, the depth perception here. They're used to the rims hanging from the ceiling. All right, when you're playing at a place where the rims are down on the floor, it might be able to cause a little depth perception problem. Teams don't usually see that until they're playing at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Nice movement there from the Spartans. Good penetration there by Blake Sanders. Hands it off to Marcello, and he gets an easy two. So the Spartans up 4-0.
And this is now that young man can shoot. And Max Ferrante, that was from NBA range. And we saw him light it up down the slam dunk to the beach. And against St. Elizabeth earlier in the year, he's capable of knocking down those threes, and he's a weapon.
So just like that, the Salesianum down 1-4-3. The Spartans, they got the ball back now. Barcello stuck out on three-point line, tries to get it cross court to Ludman. Ludman going to put the ball on the floor, drive kick, Aiden in the corner. And the Spartans trying to get a good shot here. They're working back up top, reset. Williams the drive.
St. Mark's, no particular hurry offensively. They will run their offense until they get an open shot.
Now another kick to the corner. They get it to Ludman. Here comes the double team. He passes it off to Marcello. Goes up strong. Give him the two and count the foul.
Nice strong take there from Victor. Finishing through the contact, and now he gets a chance to complete the three-point play. St. Mark's playing inspired, as we expected them to do with this event tonight.
And before the game, Pat, me and you ran into Coach Sibley, who's an assistant coach back on the bench this year, and he said, Coach Santa won the Coach of the Year last year, he said, because Sibley's back on the bench.
Coach Sibley. One of a kind, especially Sibley, I'll tell you.
So now it's a chance to complete the three-point play for number 15, Victor Marcello. And he does, knocks it down. So the Spartans up again here early, 7-3.
Yeah, right now, Salesianum having trouble scoring, and there's an offensive foul right there. Blake Sanders stepping in. This is what the St. Mark's defense does, and picking up the charge there on call.
So the Spartans having a pretty good start here to this one. They lead 7-3, just forced the turnover. 4:48 to go here, still in the first quarter. Now a little pressure from Sally's.
And this is the new fold. You're not used to seeing this from Salesianum. They will now press you. They will now trap you. And Coach Taylor Trevison trying to get those easy buckets.
And there you see the pressure forcing the turnover. Ludman couldn't handle it there. Out of bounds it goes, and now ball back to the Sallies.
And you just heard the Salesianum band give a little bit there. They are in full force here tonight.
Like we said earlier, this building is packed to the brim. Sold out game here tonight. Ferrante over to Reagan on the perimeter. Jack Brown comes up calling for it. See if they can get it to him. They somehow do. Good defense there up top by the Spartans.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see what Salesianum can do here. Look at the defense all over the place.
Vaughn tried to go baseline. The Spartans are there with the block. Now here they go the other way. Sanders thinks about the three. Cross court to the other corner.
This is J.J. Penisinka. He was on the show the other night.
I went to school with his brother, actually. Graduated with his older brother, Tyler, who was on the football team. Sally's quickly the other way. Stolen back by the Spartans, and then they save it down the other end.
How about this? Sparty playing hard. And we said this is what was going to happen defensively. They will play good on defense. It's a matter of whether or not they can score as much as Salesianum can. And right now, you hold them 3 points, you're doing pretty darn good.
3:40 still to go here in the first quarter. Ludman up top for the Spartans. Quickly gets it over to JJ. Now they're looking down low.
Nice.
They get it. It's Marcello. Great entry pass there and a great finish. Marcello for 2 more.
Beautiful body position. And like you said, great entry pass. There was no help defense by Salesianum on the backside with Darnell Vaughn trying to front him. Easy layup.
Ferrante dribble penetrates to the corner. This is going to be a nice bucket there by the sophomore. You mentioned him, Rasheen Kalk, doing it on the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, he's very capable of doing that. And now he's going to try and get in defensively into Williams.
And here comes the trap. Got to get rid of it. He does. Gets it to Marcello up top. Spartans now going to quickly get it. Sanders, he's got a 3 in the corner. Off the side of the backboard there. A little off the mark, and now Sally's quickly the other way.
If you're Sally's, you don't mind the quick shots because it'll allow you to get out in transition as the walk's going to go there on Reagan. But one way you can beat St. Mark's is if you can get out in transition. I mean, that's one of the only ways you can. They usually have 1 or 2 guys back on defense, but if you let that defense get set up, it's very hard to break down.
So now some more pressure we're seeing from the Sal's here. The Spartans to inbound. They get it into Ludman, and now they'll back off a little bit, let the Spartans get it past half court. 2:47 to go here in the first. Mike Williams up top. Going to go around the Ludman screen. Ludman backing down. Got the switch they wanted. They get it to him. He's doubled, though. Still going to put it up with the scoop right hand. Can't get it to go. Sanders, though, is there for the rebound.
Nice job by Sanders there. Smallest guy on the floor, getting the body position for the rebound.
Sanders cross-court pass to JJ. His 3 is up, no good.
That's a St. Mark's staple against the defense like that, corner to corner.
Vaughn the other way. No one going to stop ball, and he gets an easy 2.
Here goes Darnell Vaughn. What did he do? Got out in transition. Don't let that defense set up. Nobody stopped the ball. Easy layup.
9-7 game, 2-point lead for the Spartans as we hit the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Ludman now top of the key. Marcello, he's had a great first quarter for the Spartans. Now it's Ludman off the screen, over to Marcello.
You'll see the patience here by the Spartans. Not a lot of movement, though, and that's not typical of St. Mark's. I'm sure Coach Santa will have something to say about that.
Here comes the trap. They're going to double Ludman out on the perimeter. Gets a bounce pass down low. Nice find and a nice finish. Number 22, Michael Williams.
That's a great look there. Nice step through by Ludman to find, and great cut from Williams finishing on the reverse layup.
Then Ludman trying to do it on the defensive end there. You see the hustle, tips the ball out of bounds. Ball will remain with Sally's, and now some subs.
Charles Parson going to check in for Sally's, grabbing Kalk.
So they'll give the young gun a break here early in this one. 1:24 to go in the first quarter. 4-point lead, 11-7 for the Spartans here at the 76ers Fieldhouse.
This is Kevin Ludis.
And there you saw the pump fake from Vaughn. Got there. JJ put his foot out for the trip, gets called for the foul.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And one way that, you know, we were taught to beat the St. Mark's defense back when I was in high school at St. Elizabeth was if you can get the baseline, take it, but you can't get too deep or you're going to get trapped. If you can take 2 dribbles in from that baseline, look to the opposite wing, that's where you can get a catch and shoot 3 because that St. Mark's rotation leaves that open for a split second. But it's got to be fast.
And we'll see what the Sal's do here, inbounding under the basket. Good defense by Marcello. He's able to tip it the ball right into the hands of Muscle Movement Foundation leader Robbie DeMacy.
We'll have to give Rob some props on that. Tell him he's still got the hands.
Still very active out there. The Spartans, though, they'll take over, so 11-7. 1:10 still here to go in the first 4-point lead.
Yeah, that ball must have hit off a Salesianum player. It looked like St. Mark's tried to knock it out of bounds, but we're up a little ways from the action.
That's true. We're up up top here at the 76ers Fieldhouse, opposite the benches here.
Devin Jones will check in for St. Mark's, number 33. He was also on the show, 302 Sports Weekly, on Wednesday night. Big fella.
So you're seeing a lot of Ludman here in the pick and roll action, trying to get him some matchups down low. There you see Jones now on the perimeter, cross court over to Mike Williams, and they get it to Ludman. We'll see if the trap comes. Here comes the double team. He has to get rid of it, kicks it up top. Good ball move for the Spartans. Jones thought about a three. He'll go baseline and then take it back out.
Good defense by Salesianum.
Nice find by Jones to Marcello. He takes the foul.
They're going to call an offensive foul on that one. And, you know, you see there's a restricted area on the floor. However, that cannot be taken into effect in high school. That's just for the pros and college.
So the benefit of the doubt went to the Spartans last time. This time around, they'll call him for the offensive foul. So 30 seconds to go here in the first. Ball back to Salesianum, and still a 4-point lead here for the Spartans. Bringing up the ball now for Sally's number 3, Charles Parson. That ball will be tipped out and remain here.
Blake Sanders, also defensive back on the football team, kind of played safety there, knocking that one out. He's also a pretty fast track guy, from what I've heard.
We also talked to Coach Rashawn, the track coach, earlier. We're talking to everybody. Good kick out there. Here's Parsons on the drive, takes some contact. His mid-range shot goes. Good job there by Parsons.
Ethan Hines.
Oh, excuse me, there's the Ethan Hines.
And there's some young guys on the Salesianum team that Coach Trevison can build around. Hines being one of them.
Yeah. That ball sails out of bounds. It was tipped, however.
Only a sophomore.
Yeah, and Pat, I had the luxury of doing a Salesianum game with Jay earlier this year, and he was one of the guys that I had not heard about coming in. He had a huge impact in that opener. I believe it was their season opener at home against William Penn. He did surprise me, and he's given them some good minutes, obviously, all season long. So the Spartans, they're now up 2. 5 seconds to go on the inbound. We'll see what they can get off here. Try to get it down low to Marcello. Can't handle it now. It's Sally's the other way with 3 seconds. Just going to launch it up top. Out of bounds it goes. And I don't know who's running the clock, but 1.2 still to go here. So a good clock stoppage there if you're the Spartans fan.
I tell you, man, that's one more dribble. And he might have been able to get that shot off, Kevin Ludis. Look at this caulk. Oh, boy. That would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting, but that'll do it here for the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play here, live from the 76ers Fieldhouse, the Spartans, they're quickly on top, 11-9, 2-point lead for them. We'll be right back after these messages here.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley.
High Five Hospitality introduced Buffalo Wild Wings to Delaware in 2005. Since that time, they have opened 5 more locations throughout Delaware. 2 locations in Newark, Bear, Middletown, Dover, and Rehoboth. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop into one of their convenient locations today. Speaking of specials right now, they're offering barbecue pumpkin ale sauce for the taste of the season, Nick. And, of course, you can check us out every Wednesday night at the Christiana location, 8 o'clock for 302 Sports Weekly.
Absolutely. You'll definitely be happy you came out and checked out the show. Some prizes will be given out. It's a great time there Wednesday nights. And now we are back live here at the 76ers Fieldhouse for our last matchup of the night. A great one, St. Mark's and Sally's, as that baseline jumper no good for Kalk.
That's a good shot, though. And that's what did I say about the St. Mark's D? You can drive baseline, pull up, either take the jump shot or kick it opposite. That's a good shot. It's there all the time.
Unable to get to go that time, but probably will be a different case, as we know Rasheem Kalk can knock down that shot. The Spartans now have it the other way. It's Devon Jones now, back up top to Williams. Good ball movement around. Pazinska, they get it. Here comes the double on Ludman. Puts the ball on the floor. Good pass across court to Jones, who quickly tries to get it back to Ludman. He does. Ludman up and gets the 2.
Nice job by Ludman. Guy uses his body so well. Much like his brother, Chris. He used to be another guy that did pretty well against Salesianum. Mike Lang always likes to say that Chris always reminds him, I'm the guy who shut Dante down. He only had 13 against me.
Hines can't get that jumper to go. Same exact spot, though. That baseline open for Sally's. Jump shot, however, wouldn't go. Now it's the Spartans the other way. Jones, his quick three from the right wing, long off the back rim into the hands of Ferrante.
And I know you can see the coach and staff at St. Mark's saying, why? Why take that shot? I don't mind the shot.
Yeah.
Because you haven't really taken, other than a wide open three the whole time, keep the Salesianum defense honest.
So the Spartans, they'll hold on to it now, up by 4, 13-9, 6:40 to go here in the first half. Again, thanks for joining us here on 302 Sports. Nick Allison, Dream, Pat Garianis, Jason Winchell up top here. Whole crew's here, though. Everyone getting some work in today. 6:30 to go. Jones down the block for Marcello. Here comes the trap. They trap him. He gets the ball back to himself. And then double dribble. Took another dribble when he couldn't. So turnover ball back to the Sal's.
Now, 13-9. This is a typical Sally St. Mark's game we got going on here. Low scoring.
And if it is low scoring, like you said in the pregame show, that probably will benefit St. Mark's.
I agree. 100% would.
And they are up by 4 early in this one. Here's the drive by Kalk. Takes some contact, kick out. Good ball movement. Now it's Hines in the corner. Hop step inside, kick out to Ferrante. Another NBA three. This one a little long.
There it is. Baseline drive. Kick out to the wing for the three. It's there if you take advantage of it. That one just didn't fall.
And that's just been the story for Sally's. They just can't get their shots to fall here in this one. Have some good open looks here in the first half. Under 6 minutes we go. Still a 4-point lead for the Spartans. Right there. JJ up top, kicks it back up, and now they'll reset with Mike Williams.
And Williams, he was on the show as well. Very well-spoken kid. Had a lot of good comments.
Jones, same spot, same result. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Ethan Hines. And now here comes Kalk in the Sal's. Kalk up top.
The Sal's don't waste much time. Like, they used to settle for their offense. Wait. Now they get a shot, they're taking it, like that one.
Reagan's his three, aired ball right into the hands of Ethan Hines, who gets 2.
He's a sneaky athletic kid. He's not very tall, only about 6'1", but he could jump out of the gym.
Yeah, definitely made an impact on me when I got a chance to see him earlier this year as someone that I didn't really necessarily expect, to see. He made his impact felt, and there you see him here early in this one. Still 5 minutes to go in the first half. Just a 2-point lead now for the Spartans. Mike Williams, his lefty three from the corner. No good.
And they took a couple threes, and I didn't mind them, but don't get three happy if you're St. Mark's.
And another three from this corner is no good. Airballed by Montooth. But he gets it back in the paint. His right hand floater, no good. Rebound Marcello.
They scored early in the game with Marcello inside and with Ludman inside. That's what they got to get back to.
And now you see him out in the perimeter. It's Jones again from NBA 3 range. He's 0 for 2 from deep
go.
so far. Good penetration. Bounce pass down low to who else but Ludman. But good defense down there.
That was good, D.
Jones, little Euro step inside. His finger roll, no good.
Music playing. And there's a timeout. Now they can kick it back on.
I was
Coach
going to
Trevison
say,
wants to talk
it was like the
over.
NBA when you're out there and they play the music during the games.
Yeah.
Well, we have a timeout on the floor. 13-11 lead for St. Mark's early in this one. Going through, we look at these stats so far. Victor Marcello, he's got 7. Ludman 4 of the St. Mark's early 13.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been an evenly played game. Defensively, it's been what we expected. And I think this is a good timeout by Coach Trevison. Talk things over, get his offense settled down, get back to what they do best, which is get out, run, set the pace, and get some baskets.
And that's what they'll look to do here, but still 4:10 to play. And like we talked about, a lower scoring game so far, 13-10. That does benefit St. Mark's, like you said, Pat, in the pregame show, and they do hold a 2-point lead here. So Sally's inbound. It'll be Vaughn, Kalk, Hines, Brown, and Sean Reagan. It's going to be Sanders, Ludman, Marcello, J.J. Pazinska, and Christian Panko for St. Mark's. And no hesitation there. Kalk wanted 2, can't get it to go. Hustles after the rebound, but couldn't come down with it.
The music's really blasted
Yeah,
now.
it's like me and you talking to each other, can't really hear.
I could have swore this wasn't allowed in high school sports, but whatever.
I don't know how the coaches feel about it either. They're probably trying to get a hold of their team. They can't
You
hear.
can barely hear the whistles.
Yeah, and
There
like
you
you
go.
said, it happens.
They
Give
got
them
it.
a little taste of the big time.
Yeah, they got to turn down. They got it turned down there.
So St. Mark's now to inbound, still up by 2 as we hit under 4 minutes and still 13-11.
And there they go again.
See, Pat, we're going to have to get used to it now as we see my aunt and uncle walk in the building. I'm just seeing a good look at them. How are you doing? Good to see you. And now St. Mark's up top, kick over to the corner, J.J. Pazinska. And you see Sally's in that zone. Here comes the double. Ludman, good bounce pass to Marcello. These guys had a great two-man game, but there's Jack Brown on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think Victor could have went without the spin move. If he just goes up strong with the left hand, he probably got the layup.
Now Brown, kick over. Vaughn, mid-range jump shot. No good. And again, the same tail of the tape so far, and this one has been those missed jump shots for Sally's, but that could turn around at any moment.
And it's one and done. St. Mark's doing a great job of boxing out.
That three for Sanders is long. Ball off the rim, up for grabs into the hands of Vaughn. And now it's Hines quickly up court. Now it's over to Kolk. Jack Brown trying to post up on the block. Can't get it to him. They get it to Reagan, who kicks out to Vaughn.
And St. Mark's really does a great job of packing in the lane. They don't let you get easy drives to the basket. They're going to make you settle for outside jumpers if you know, that's what they want you to do.
And they've done a great job of denying Jack Brown the ball here in this first quarter. The first half. Haven't really heard much of him at all in this one. Not sure if he has a shot off yet. But Sally's will inbound here.
They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job on him, and he's got to get the ball. He's got to come get it, and he's got to try and make something happen. Don't force it, but you have to try and make yourself a factor. One way to do that is get on the block, use your 6'7" frame, and get the ball down there. You can jump. I mean, there's not a player out there other than Ludman who's over 6'2".
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, he should be able to shoot over every player on St. Mark's.
Absolutely. We'll see if they decide, or if he decides to try to take some initiative here in this second quarter, 13-11. But St. Mark's done a great job defensively. But again, both teams struggling to put the ball in the basket here. The first quarter started out not too bad, both teams. But the defense has really picked it up.
The old Carolina four corners from St. Mark's.
No hesitation. Jump shot from the baseline won't go. Now Vaughn the other way.
And look, St. Mark's, 4 guys back on D.
And again, trouble stopping the ball there, but there's a second chance opportunity. Sean Reagan's there for the putback.
Nice job from Reagan there following. That's what they haven't gotten many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, exactly.
And he made that one count. Knotted up, man, 13.
13 all here.
This is a throwback St. Mark's Sally's game. Low scoring.
Absolutely. And this year, you mentioned multiple times already on the broadcast, Sally's new coach, kind of a different style of play, a little more scoring this season out of the Sals. And
you know, for years, the stigma was Salesianum was scared of teams being more athletic than them. And that if they pressed, teams would be able to beat them up and down the floor. What they like to do is what St. Mark's likes to do, is just kind of outwit you, play smarter, not allow you to score. So if they pack it in, you're not going to be able to score as much on them. So that's kind of what they tried to do this year, not so much. Let's play basketball. Let's get up and down the floor.
13 all, and then Sally's doing it on the defensive end. Ethan Hines the other way, 3-on-3. Kicks it back to Brown, and
it's a charge. That's a great, Blake Sanders off the ball, stays in, sees Hines, doesn't really have his eyes in front of him, stands right in front of him and took the charge. That's a great job, headsy play by Blake Sanders.
Great play by Blake Sanders. Gives the ball back to the Spartans. 13-13, 1:10 still to play here in the first half. And Sally's looking to get their first lead, I believe, of the game here. But the Spartans, they got the ball, and now some of that pressure we saw earlier. Mike Williams, though, trying to get it up court. Ethan Hines will kick it out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Spartans. 1:02 to go.
So let's see what St. Mark's has. You see Sally's in that pressure right now.
Oh, you're coming up here?
Trying to force a turnover if they can.
Good bounce pass. Mike Williams looking at Marcello in the middle. He's got open. Jump shot from the foul line is nothing but net. Good jump shot there by Marcello. He's now got 9.
Yeah, great job there. Good execution by St. Mark's. I'm stunned they didn't take the last shot. I'm happy they didn't.
So now Sally's trying to answer back, moving the ball around. Parson thought about the 3. Hines kicks it over to Vaughn. Ludman on him, trying to force him baseline. He gets in the paint. His floater with the right hand, no good.
And there's shots got to fall if you're Salesianum. If you want to win this game, those are the shots you're going to have to make.
So under 20 seconds we go here in the first half. St. Mark's Thought they might hold up the last shot last time. Ended up getting a bucket. Here they are now with 12 seconds. This will probably be the last shot for the Spartans, but good defense here by the Sal's trying to force their turnover. Sanders gets it into the corner. Now it's Marcello with 4 seconds on the clock. He's stuck underneath, finds Ludman, 2 seconds. His turnaround jumper at the buzzer, no good. And that'll do it here for the first half. 15-13, St. Mark's lead.
Absolutely, and St. Mark's playing at the pace they want to play at. If they continue this up in the second half, they're going to have a great chance to come away with this win.
It may not be high scoring, but a great game so far here at the 76ers Fieldhouse. We're going to take a short break for halftime. When we come back, we'll go over first half stats and second half basketball live.
We'll also have
on 302
Trevor
Sports.
Cooney and Jay Wesley coming on.
Don't want to miss that. They will both be on next with Pat Uranis on 302 Sports.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions.
And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image you envision, we create.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial.
Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Good.
Check, check.
Not talking to it.
Right.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the 76ers field house. We're at halftime at the SL24 Classic Boys game. Right now, St. Mark's leading Salesianum 15-13 at the half. We're joined here now by Trevor Cooney and Jay Wesley, the guys in charge of this 76ers field house here. And Trevor, you knew Sean, right? You had a friendship with him. How important was it for you to be able to give back to his legacy and whatnot by bringing something like this to the 76ers field house?
Sean was an amazing guy. He was a hard worker when it came to basketball, and he was with BPG for a while, and he was a great worker too.
You make one free throw there. Vaughn. Oh, 2 points, right? Back. And welcome back inside 302 Sports. Nick Allison-Drini, Pat Garianis. Alex is on the camera. Nick Halliday next to me with Jason Winchell. Mike Lang, he's your sideline reporter. You'll hear from him in just a little while. We pick up second half action here. Pat, a special thanks to our guests at the break.
Yeah, Trevor Cooney and Jay Wesley coming on. Not quite sure if you folks at home actually got to witness the interview, but there's some great things going on. Trevor kind of talked about his relationship with Sean and how this whole event came to be, how he reached out to Mr. Locke and with his position here with the 76ers Fieldhouse and his relationship with Sean, how great this event would be. Jay Wesley talked about how great the venue, like having this event here and the venue being filled up is, and some things to look forward to, going forward with some events. But unfortunately, if you didn't catch it at home, maybe we'll be able to get the information that was shared on here to you guys, either via the show or somehow during on the website or somehow. So we will get that information out to the public, and a special thanks to those guys for coming on despite the technical difficulties.
Absolutely. Ludman there with the board for the Spartans takes a tough fall there. He'll the foul call on Salesianum. But right out of the break, Sally's, they jumped out to a 1-point lead here, 18-17. Jack Brown, he hit a 3 earlier. Vaughn had a 2-pointer, and Ludman with a bucket of his own for the Spartans. So when that's all said and done, 3 minutes here into the third quarter, 18-17, the Sal's up by 1.
Yeah, and right now they're getting their pressure in. It'll be interesting to see how St. Mark's responds. As you can see, a little bit uncomfortable, and Coach Santa wants to take the timeout. Smart timeout there by Coach Santa, wanting to get his team under control here now with Salesianum taking their first lead.
And St. Mark's, they had a lead most of that first half, Pat. And if you're in the locker room, in the Sally's locker room, what did you tell your guys?
Stay patient. Salesianum's getting good looks.
Yeah.
They just didn't fall in the first half. I think their game plan's been pretty solid. St. Mark's is a good defensive team. Let's just face it. It doesn't matter the talent level, because they've had extremely talented teams in the past. They've had teams that were middle of the pack. This team's kind of in the middle of the pack right now, but with that defense that they play, it's an equalizer, and they can compete with anybody in the state, and they're showing that right now against the Salesianum team that has probably that athleticism advantage. But they're sticking with it, and right now it's all going to come down to execution, Nick.
Absolutely, and the Spartans, here comes that pressure from Sally's here on the inbound. St. Mark's trying to get it up here into half court. Launch down court, intercepted by Ethan Hines.
Yeah, that's not one you want to do, the full court pass like that, unless a guy's wide open. St. Mark's just has to be careful with this pressure. You can't panic.
Now Sally's already gained the lead back and a chance to extend it. We have a foul call here down in the paint area. It'll be against Victor Marcello. And he right now leading the Spartans. He's got 9 points on the evening here. Ludman right behind him with 6.
Yeah, those two are the only two who've scored right now. And they've gotten the ball into the paint, and that's where their advantage is, and they got to continue to do it.
Absolutely, you said it. 2 of those leading scorers for the Spartans, almost every single point for them offensively. Sally's, you look at and they're getting contributions from everyone on the offensive side here. As we have a drive baseline, they're going to get the block. It looks like on number 32. John Catalano also had the liberty of going to school with his older brother at St. Mark's.
A lot of St. Mark's bloodlines, Nick.
Yeah, that's very true. Very
names that they go there. The family goes to school there. Your family being one of them.
Yep, absolutely. all a million of us went to St. Mark's High School. Our last one of our family graduating last year. She's now at Villanova. So best of luck to her in school this year. And Sally's now to inbound. Again, holding that 1-point lead, 4:35 to play here in the third quarter, live at the 76ers Fieldhouse for a great event here tonight. The Unlocke 24 Classic here, raising awareness for mental health.
Absolutely, and right now, Salesianum, they can get a couple buckets. They can kind of take this game over. They've kind of controlled this second half so far. They've gained the lead, and now they can kind of put their foot on the gas pedal. They can set their pressure up after made baskets, and that really helps them.
And Jack Brown, didn't see much of him in the first half. Already has a triple here in the second half. We'll see if he catches fire here for the Sal's. Another foul on the floor. I believe this one will go against
Devin Jones.
Number 33, Devin Jones, excuse me. So the team's already 5th foul here in the third quarter. So here, Darnell Vaughn, he's back into the game for Sally's. And here they go. It's Hines baseline, bounce pass down low to Vaughn, and he's going to have an easy 2.
Nice job there. Nice pass by Hines on the find. And Vaughn was in the right place at the right time.
So now more of that pressure. It's given the Spartans some trouble here in the second half. And that one's stolen by Vaughn around the back pass.
Oh, wow.
Gathered it himself. I thought he was going to round the back pass. It ended up with just going around it back to himself, laid in for 2. What'd you see there?
It caught a travel as he was mid-dribble. It's You know, it's tough. He probably did take 2 steps in between the dribble. It was a little awkward, but that's very rare that you see that.
And now St. Mark's really struggling here as they can't seem to find a ball handler that's able to get that ball past half court, and another turnover in the backcourt.
And that's kind of the karma right there.
Yeah,
if
ball
you
don't
believe
lie
in
a
that.
different way.
Yeah.
So Sally's now extending that lead to 3, their largest lead of the evening, 20-17. As St. Mark's, they led most of the first half. That ball stolen by Vaughn, or gathered by Vaughn, and his jump shot's good.
And now you can see Salesianum starting to pull away. They're making some of the shots they weren't in the first half, and it's allowing them to get their pressure set up.
And this pressure has been the difference here in the second half. They are tearing apart the Spartans on that side, and now the Spartans up ahead. They got some room. Bounce pass to Devin Jones, and there you go. See some composure out of them down the other end.
A nice extra pass there from Catalano, and not a lot of players would do that. Nice unselfishness.
Right down the other way. Sal's can't get it to fall. 22-19 now lead for the Sal's. 3:33 to play here in the third. And now it's Ludman, top of the key. Put the ball on the floor. His right-hand scoop layup won't go. Vaughn with the rebound.
That's a tough one right there. It's a good look from Ludman.
Vaughn bounce pass into the corner. Ferrante lost it. Stepped out of bounds, and so ball back to the Spartans.
Returning first for the Spartans, number 3.
Yeah, right now the Spartans, if they can get another bucket here, they'll be back in good shape. But they got to be careful, and you can see here a timeout is going to be called. Let's see who I didn't quite see who called it.
Yeah.
It's St. Mark's calling a timeout. And this is good by Coach Santa, right? The second half, Salesianum's kind of gotten the upper hand a little bit. Calm your team down, right? You know you're going to see pressure. And let's put together a good possession on offense.
Absolutely. And Sally's, they've gained a 3-point lead here in the third quarter with 3:16 to play. They were trailing at the break, but like you mentioned, opened up that third quarter the right way. Now they find themselves up by 3, and that pressure they've been putting on the Spartans in the backcourt, like you mentioned, giving them some fits, but as you also said, keep composed, and you'll get a bucket, and that's what they did last time around.
Absolutely. And, Sally's had a chance really to kind of push this, to the brink of problems for St. Mark's with a 5-point lead, but they've kept their cool, and now they got a chance to cut this lead down to 1.
Good defense there by Sally's once again. That's number 2, Kevin Ludis, but the ball out of bounds will remain with the Spartans. But again, you see how that pressure is working for Sally's.
Absolutely. This is what they wanted to do in the first half, but they didn't make enough shots to really get their defense set up.
This time they kind of just sag off it here. Sally's wanted the extra step out of J.J. Pazinska. Won't get the call there. Now ball in the hands of Sanders, top of the key.
And now it's in a half-court game. This is kind of what St. Mark's doesn't mind. However, they got to be confident with the basketball against the pressure from Sally's.
Quickly get it to Ludman. He kicks back out. Pazinska thought about the 3. Over to Williams. They bounce pass down to Ludman, back in the post. Ludman cross-court to Sanders. He's got an open 3 from the corner. Can't get it to fall. Rebound up for grabs. It's hustled down by the Spartans and then thrown out of bounds. Good heads-up play there by number 32, John Catalano.
Yeah, it was a smart play there. He was kind of trapped in that corner, off balance. Did a good job to save the possession here for St. Mark's.
St. Mark's still down 3, 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. And now they'll inbound. Get it to Jones on the block. Hines playing his defense. Jones strong up with the right hand. Draws the contact, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Nice move by Jones. That's where St. Mark's really got their points in the first half. You saw 15 of the first 17 points from Ludman and Marcelo inside. Jones gets himself inside, gets to the line. Now he can shoot too. That's got to be a plan of attack if you're St. Mark's.
And that free throw a little strong off the back end of the iron there for Jones. So another one still on the way for him and a chance to try to cut into this 3-point lead. So the second free throw on the way for Devin Jones, and he gets it to go. So 1 of 2 from the line.
There's a timeout.
And a timeout on the floor.
Timeout by Coach Trevison. Or no, maybe not. I apologize. There was some kind, maybe a warning was given there?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe for jumping up and down earlier. Not quite sure. Either way, we roll on here with a 2-point lead for Sally's. 2:30 to go again in the third quarter. And St. Mark's now just down 2. Again, it's been a close one throughout. And Sally's trying to extend this lead. Ball on the floor. Ludus almost lost it.
He
but
traveled.
instead, they'll get him for the walk.
Yeah, he kind of lost control there. But, you know, that's a tough one. That's that St. Mark's defense. It'll suffocate you on the drive. And it looked like Kevin was looking to pass the ball. Kind of got stuck.
Sally's looking to apply that pressure, but St. Mark's able to beat it quickly down the other way is J.J. Pazinska, but he lost it, and now Sally's got it.
And a lot of times you like to hear a lot of the old folks say that bounce pass is lost. Well, Pazinka's there. Probably should have chest passed that one to Jones. The big fella, let him catch the ball in stride, right? The bounce pass there is probably not the best alternative.
And then Sally's able to come up with a turnover and now enters the 6'7" forward, Jack Brown, for the Sal's. So he'll check back out and inbound, someone you definitely have to account for on the defensive side of things if you're a Spartan. And now with 2:05 to go in the third, still a 2-point lead for Sally's, and they've got the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Sal's, you need a couple more baskets. This is not the time to take the foot off the gas pedal, obviously, with 2 minutes left in the third and a whole quarter left.
Vaughn driving kick to Hines, who also drives. Gets it to go off the rim. Shot won't go, but the contact.
And everyone talk about this. And I'm telling you, it's because that restricted area, and they call an offensive foul. And Coach Trevison's beside himself. The jacket has come off. And it's tough because you got the restricted area there, which is kind of like the tell-all to be-all.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Under the basket was Ludman. But, you know, in high school, you don't take that really into consideration unless it's completely obvious.
And Ludman, you saw he was visually frustrated with the initial call. He'll like the way that they eventually made it. Now it's Ludman down the other way. Bounce pass to JJ.
Nice.
Lets the defenders go by and gets it to go off the glass. Nice move by JJ Pazinska.
Great job by Pazinska. To stay patient, right? You're 5'6". There's no need to go up right away. Let these guys fly over you because they all think they're going to block your shot. It's now the Spartans getting active on defense. They've answered really well here, Nick.
Williams tries to kick it to Jones. He does. Jones using his body, gets in the paint, up with the right hand, and got it to go. Nice finger roll, Devin Jones.
Nice job, big fella. He stayed patient, used good footwork, and gets the easy layup. St. Mark's attacking the inside. They've gotten themselves the lead back. 7-0 run for your Spartans, Nick.
They look good as of late. We have a short break in the action. 1:08 to go here in the third. 24-22. Spartans have regained the lead. And in just a few minutes, we're going to head down to Mike Lang. It was a special guest on the sideline here at the end of the third quarter. We'll stick with it for the final minute 08. And again, St. Mark's battling back here, showing some toughness.
They are. I mean, because there was a moment there. Obviously, Sally's goes on the run, goes up by 5. They were getting their press, was getting them turnovers. They were getting easy layups. And St. Mark's at that moment could have really hit the panic button. Coach Santa takes a timeout, calms his team down. They've come out a 7-0 run in the past 2 minutes and some change, and now they've regained the lead.
2-point lead for the Spartans. 1:08 to go here, still in the third quarter. Both teams back on the court. Ball now with the Sal's. And Sally's now trying to tie this game or take the lead here. It's going to be Parsons bringing it up over to Ludus now on the wing. Reagan, top of the key. Vaughn trying to work it in down low, get the ball. Now it's Jack Brown. You said he's got to show some initiative. Here he goes. But he'll pass it off, and now good defense again we're seeing here from the Spartans.
Nice aggressiveness there by Vaughn. That's what I want to see Jack Brown do. And they're gonna tee up Darnell Vaughn.
Wow.
And that's the fine line you play. I mean, Darnell Vaughn is an emotionally charged player. He is intense. He likes to win, and he is all about the game of basketball. And sometimes when you have moments like that, right there, obviously Ludman just kind of had his hand on his hip, and he said, "Get off me." A lot of players do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the officials saw him do it, and they teed him up. That's an unfortunate one because, and Coach Trevison's doing the right thing. He's like, "Why? Why are you teeing? What did he do that was excessive?" We don't know what came out of his mouth. I don't know if that was what it is, but, I mean, if it's just for waving the guy's arm off, I don't know if I'm calling that one.
Yeah, we'll see, and maybe the crowd had a little impact on it. You saw the crowd get a little loud when they saw it from the outside, so maybe that had something to do with it. Either way, it'll be initial foul on John Catalano and the Spartans, followed by a technical foul by Darnell Vaughn. So because Sally's is in the bonus, they'll have someone shoot to the free throws, and it will be Darnell Vaughn. So he's at the line. In the bonus are Sally's, and the free throw is good.
First one's up good. That's a nice smooth stroke there from Vaughn. I mean, he really is the perfect kind of 3-and-D guy. He can shoot the 3-ball, but he can also go down inside. He's like that stretch for Delaware. He's a stretch 4, obviously at 6'1". He'd be more of a guard wing player in college.
And doesn't let the technical bother him. 2 for 2 from the free throw line goes Darnell Vaughn.
Now we'll see what Eric Ludman can do on the other end.
So for a moment here, Pat, we're all squared away at 24, but now Eric Ludman steps to the free throw line to take the technical free throws for the Spartans. And his first free throw is good, so nothing but net for Ludman on the first.
Both guys looking really good on the line.
And the second free throw, though, short off the front rim, so 1 of 2 from the line for Ludman, 2 for 2 of the line for Vaughn.
So now the scene's set, right? St. Mark's got the 1-point lead, and they get the ball. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Again, in years past, you're seeing them probably hold out for the last shot. Let's see what they do here. They didn't do it in the first half when I thought they would.
It's going to be Mike Williams off the dribble, quickly back out to J.J. Pazinska. 36 now on the clock for the Spartans. He's going to almost commit there, pull it back out, and hand off to Devin Jones on the wing.
And this looks more like the St. Mark's I'm used to seeing.
Pazinska gets by Ludus, step back, got him to go again, but still nothing really happening here. 20 seconds to go. Now Sanders will think about it. And then a hand, I believe a reach-in call will be on Jack Brown.
And it's stunning that Jack Brown still really has not put his handprint on this game. And it hurts Salesianum. It really does. Same with Kalk. I mean, those were 2 guys we talked about in the beginning of the game as key players. They really have not been able to get going in this game.
And you saw Ludman and Marcello get after it early for the Spartans. They kept them in it with the lead in this first half. Now Blake Sanders at the free throw line. First front end of the 1-and-1 is good.
And you see Coach Santa yelling out at his team, getting whatever he wants set up, probably a defense specifically, in case of the miss.
So a chance to bring the lead to 3 for the Spartans, and the second free throw on the way from Blake Sanders. Sits at 2 points right now, and the free throw is up and good. So that lead to 3 here with 17 seconds to go. So
Absolutely.
16 now.
This fourth quarter is going to be exciting.
Yes, it will. We'll see if the Sows can maybe get a bucket here, an inch closer to this lead. The sophomore Kalk's jump shot no good. Rebound almost hauled in by Ludus, and now the Spartans got it with 7 seconds.
Oh,
nice
Ludman!
spin move by Ludman. 3-on-1 the other way. Ludman coast to coast and draws the foul.
Wow. They called a foul on Reagan. Reagan's imploring. I got all ball, ref. But how about the big fella? Ludman spin dribble coast to coast.
Put him in the spin cycle on that one. Went coast to coast, draws the foul. Now a chance to add on to this lead with just 0.6 of a second here to go in the third quarter.
What a move by the big man.
And gets a free throw to go. I was going to say, maybe all the running up and down the courts maybe lost a little energy there, but 1 for 1 so far for Ludman and a chance to add on. And this one short off the front rim, but as we stand after 3, the St. Mark's Spartans, they lead the Salesianum 28-24. 2 top 10 teams battling out here live at the 76ers Fieldhouse. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, fourth quarter action on 302 Sports.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage.
And welcome back inside 302 Sports. Nick Allison Jr. alongside my partner, Pat Garianis. Jason Winchell on the production here. Alex is on the camera. Nick Halliday is up and around, snapping some flicks here at the 76ers Fieldhouse for a great event we have going on today. The Unlocke 24 Memorial Classic here. 2 big games. Ursula St. Mark's battled it out the girls' side of things earlier. Pat and Ursuline able to pull away with that victory. And then our final matchup of the night here, Sallies and St. Mark's, a great rivalry game. Both teams ranked in the top 10, and it's lived up to those expectations as we head into the fourth.
Oh, this is classic Sally St. Mark's. Low-scoring game, good defense, close game. One thing to keep an eye on, right? And Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's 9 years in a row Salesianum has defeated 17 games in a row. Salesianum has beat St. Mark's. That's what's on the line right now, with St. Mark's holding the 4-point lead entering the fourth.
Like you said, Pat, so much goes into this rivalry, and would be huge if St. Mark's can end that streak. It's going to be a Ludus 3 from the wing to get Sally started. No good. Hustled down by Ferrante.
And you can see Rasheen Kalk once Pazinka's down on the block. He gets it. There's a double team.
And they're going to get JJ there with a reach-in foul. So good idea, though, if you're the Sal's, get the ball down there.
I mean, he had it earlier, and they didn't recognize it. By the time they got it to him, that double team came to him. But he's going to the line shooting 2, or 1-1.
Yep, so both teams here in the bonus for the rest of the way in this one. So shooting 1 here, the 1-and-1 will be the sophomore, number 15, Rasheen Kalk. He'll step to the free throw line. Down by 4 here again, 7:28 to go in this one. Fourth quarter action, and the first free throw is good.
Kalk got a nice smooth stroke. Obviously we talked about him in the pregame. He's a player to watch in the state of Delaware for the next few years.
(28-25) lead here for St. Mark's. They got the ball now. Blake Sanders, he gets trapped on the wing, tries to get rid of it. He does. Sally's fans wanted an extra step there. No call. Michael Williams now stuck, and he gets it quickly out back to J.J. Bazinska.
Now, this is where St. Mark's has to be careful. They are a very patient basketball team offensively. They have a lead. It's the fourth quarter. You haven't won the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is the system. This is what Coach Santa runs, and he's been successful with it. But you need to be careful in a situation like this. Don't lose the aggressiveness just because you're up by 3 points. Sally's is going to turn that pressure up.
And I could not agree with you anymore, Pat. I agree 100%. We'll see what they do here. And now Victor Marcello, a great first half for the Spartans. 9 points, a chance to add on here as he steps to the free throw line in the bonus. And the 1-and-1 free throw, no good, front rim, rebound to Kalk.
Got to make your foul shots as well. When you get execution at the end of this game, it's going to be huge, especially if the St. Mark's wants to break the win streak.
Ferrante, he'll go baseline. His floater is up, no good, just off the rim.
Once again, Blake Sanders stepped in there trying to take a charge. I mean, that's what they do.
Mike Williams tries to go by Hines. Good defense by Ethan Hines. And now he switches on to Blake Sanders. Sanders will drive. Thought about it, back out.
I don't mind working the clock, but if you get an opportunity, you got to go for it.
J.J. Pazinska thought about it, kick it out to Sanders. Hines steps out on Sanders once again. 6:15 to play here in the fourth quarter. A 3-point lead for the Spartans.
Smart.
And then they're going to get Hines.
Good job right there. Right? You saw Sanders continue to be aggressive. You don't want to just stay out there and pass it around. He attacked, got the foul call.
So now more free throws coming up for the Spartans. Number 3, Blake Sanders, he'll step to the free throw line. Spartans up by 3, a chance to add on here. And the first free throw is up for Sanders, and again, no good. Same spot missed as the other 2 free throws they've missed recently. Ludman's both off the front end of the rim. So another one on the way for Blake Sanders. Chance to put the lead at 4 for the Spartans. The shot is up and good. So 29-25, the lead. Ferrante right down the other way. His 3 in and out.
He hit his first shot from deep, but he hasn't really made one since. He's been kind of a non-factor in this one. St. Mark's is in the driver's seat right now, and it comes down, like we said, to execution.
Here they are again on offense. Pazinska, Ludman. Ludman back up top to Michael Williams. Here comes the trap. They'll kick it out again. And Sally seems to be ready for that kick out. We'll see if they can maybe pick off a pass here. They're applying the pressure. Williams back over to J.J. Pazinska. Kicks it back out, and that's what they're kind of doing here.
Yeah, this is the four corners. This is a staple of theirs. But take the layup when you get it. Good job. Great job. Good execution offensively. Marcelo got the layup. They go inside. They're up 6, 5:23 to go, Nick, and they're looking good right now to break this win streak.
You could say that again. Victor Marcelo getting the job done down low. He's been great on the block offensively. He gets 2 there, a little quiet since the first half, able to add on to his total there. He's up to 11 points. That puts him in double digits, and the Spartans, they're up by 6.
I'll tell you what, this is a perfect time for us to sit here and talk about Ferris Home Improvements. Roofing, windows, and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Trust the team voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company 6 years in a row to help you make the best investments in your home remodeling projects. Ferris Home Improvements. Stop by our showroom at the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road, or call 302-998-4500 today to stop waiting and start renovating with Ferris Home Improvements.
Gotta love everyone over there at Ferris Home Improvements. You see that Shamrock driving around, you know who it is. That is Ferris.
Yeah, the big green Shamrock. That's exactly it.
There's one in my neighborhood. Get to see it every day. 31-25, 6-point lead for the Spartans. 5:23 just to play here in the fourth quarter. This one coming down to the wire, Pat, for a great crowd here at the 76ers Fieldhouse.
Absolutely. And you kind of see the crowd has been electric in this one. Not too many people have left. There's still a good crowd here taking in the end of this one.
Just a 6-point ball game. St. Mark's, they led throughout. Then early in the third, Sally's took their first lead of the game. And then as we come down here in the fourth, still a 6-point lead back for the Spartans. And we'll see what Jack Brown can do. You mentioned it.
Yeah, they're going to get Williams on that. He just kind of he went through B-gap, right? He was a blitzing linebacker going through B-gap there, Nick. I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Absolutely.
Blowing up the fullback. That was Ferrante.
Sibbs would love that. Sibbs, if you go back and listen to this game, you're going to love that. He's my linebacker.
Oh, he's called him over. He said, I got to tell you, this has been great.
So that'll send Max Ferrante to the free throw line. His first free throw, though, no good. Strong.
Sal's have been off. They just have not been able to get things going offensively.
And now Ludman, a big game for the Spartans he's had so far. Great down low offensively, as was Marcelo. And we have another stoppage here and a foul.
This will be a huge win for St. Mark's when it comes down to playoff seeding, potentially. To get this win here against a quality Salesianum team that'll finish above 500, that'll give them that extra bonus point.
Still 5:03 to play here in this one. Ludman at the free throw line, and knocks down that free throw. So that lead to 7, a chance to put it at 8, and he does. Eric Ludman, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And when Sally's misses their free throw, St. Mark's hits theirs, and then right down the other way quick is Vaughn, and he's letting the ref know, I want a foul there.
And now they get their chance to get their trap. St. Mark's does a good job of breaking it.
Now under 5 minutes to go. That lead still back to 6 after that Vaughn jump shot. Get it down low to Ludman. Nice job, Eric Ludman. Let the defender go
clinical.
by.
That's clinical right there. St. Mark's staying patient and taking what the defense gave you. They're continuing to score. That's how you maintain a lead.
Now that lead back up to 8. Nice move, though, by the sophomore there. Rasheen Kalk lays it in for 2, and now the pressure.
They're probably the 2 easiest baskets, the last 2 that Salesianum's had all game.
And again, St. Mark's able to beat it. Sanders the other way. The left hand is good. Count the foul. Blake Sanders, they beat the press and get the bucket.
And 2 Salesianum defenders, instead of getting in front of the ball handler, tried to go for the quick steal, and that left Blake Sanders the opportunity for the layup and the and one.
Now a chance to put this lead to 9 if he's able to connect on the free throw. But a big last couple minutes here for the Spartans. Some of that momentum went with Salesianum in that third quarter. And now you're seeing the Spartans find some energy here in the fourth. That shot in and out, though. 3-point play not able to be completed. Now Jack Brown, who we've been looking for, he's got it the other way for the Sals.
And the Sals need a bucket fast. They need a quick basket. Can't afford to waste much time. And they're getting them. And that's 3 in a row they've made. They just got to somehow get stops. The press is not working. St. Mark's has been able to get easy layups off of it.
Darnell Vaughn really showing out here late for the Sals. Not trying to take this L that quickly. Still 3:47 to go. Just a 6-point lead for the Spartans. And now they'll hold it up top, Michael Williams.
And now they're definitely in a position they want to be in, right? They're just going to dwindle clock. Coach Sain's going to take a timeout. He's going to set up his play right now and try and execute this one down.
So 3:38 to play. Pat Spartans, they're up 37-31. What do you got for us?
Absolutely, and you know what? It's a great time right now to talk about the Unique Image, believe it or not, Nick. And they're a full-service custom products company, offering everything from apparel to promotional products that actually drive results. The graphic design and vehicle wraps, plus so much more. Visit us at the web at uniqueimage.org or stop by our showroom, conveniently located in the Mill Creek Shopping Center at the intersection of Kirkwood Highway and Limestone Road. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Oh, yeah, baby. Gotta love Unique Image. We love them over there. Got to do our show there actually once this season.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Before we made the final move to Buffalo Wild Wings, and now 3:38 to play in this one. Just a 6-point lead for the Spartans. And again, some of that momentum went with Sally's in the third, but the Spartans kept their cool, and they've really shown up here in the fourth quarter and played good basketball.
They have, and they've handled the pressure well. Like you said, Salesianum had a 5-point lead at one point in the third quarter, and it's been all St. Mark's since. Sally's tried to force some turnovers, get some quick buckets. St. Mark's has broke the press and they haven't stopped scoring, and that's the biggest thing. When you get into that stall offense, you can kind of get unaggressive offensively. St. Mark's hasn't. That's why they've been able to maintain the lead.
And great play by a lot of those guys, obviously, on the Spartans so far, but big impacts down low on the block for Marcelo and Ludman as the free throw is up and no good for Mike Williams. And Pat, they're only up by 6, still 3:36 to play. Could these fouls come back and haunt them, these missed foul shots?
Oh, if St. Mark's doesn't make the free throws, Sally's has still got a chance. You got to make the foul shots down the stretch. They're in a great position of advantage right now. Just execute and put the game away.
Missed the first one. Now the second one on the way for Mike Williams. The lefty can't get it to go. 0 for 2 from the line.
Yeah, I mean, and that's tough. You know, St. Mark's is Sally's having the door left open for him.
Now ball back in the hands of Vaughn. He's been real hot. He wants another jumper. This one no good. Rebound up for grabs. Ludman hauls it in. So the Spartans get the ball back. 3:20 to go.
Yeah, if you're Sally's, you don't got to foul right away. You just got to try and get a steal if you can.
And Ludman almost lost it there. Good defense by Vaughn. Here comes the trap. Gets it out to Sanders. Now he'll hold on to it, and he'll get fouled by Ferrante up top.
Sally's is going to play the long game here, Nick. This we might not get out of here for a while if this is the case.
3:05 still to go. 6-point game. The Spartans lead. They've struggled as of late here from the free throw line. We'll see if Blake Sanders can get the Spartans back on track here. And the first one up for Sanders. And good, so a big-time free throw to get started.
They're big. I mean, you know, this is what it comes down to. You make the free throws, you come out of here with a win. Still 3 minutes left in this game. There's actually a decent amount of time left, but if Sally's is going to foul you, you got to make the free throws.
Second one on the way, and good. So 2 for 2, 2 big free throws for Blake Sanders and the crew. Puts the Spartans back up 8. Now we hit the 3-minute mark to go in this one. Kalk on the drive. Kick out to Jack Brown. Here he wants a 3. Up, follows his own shot, no good. Reeled in by Marcelo, and they're going to get Reagan for over the back.
Yeah, Reagan, he did the old the rake across there, and that's an easy call there for the official.
So there we let a few seconds run off the clock there, Pat. Now an 8-point lead, and now the Spartans heading back to the free throw line and some subs for the Sals.
Absolutely, Reagan picking up his 5th personal. It's a decent loss there for Sally. Some size goes to the bench.
So Marcelo, a great night for him. He's got 11 so far. A chance to add on to that with these free throws.
Yeah, Marcelo had a lot of success early. He really made a lot of nice plays in that first half down on the block. He's knocking in his foul shots, which is obviously the most important thing right now.
Puts that lead to 9. If he's able to get this free throw to go, we'll have a double-digit lead for the Spartans with 2:54 to play. And the second free throw is good, so 2 for 2 for Marcelo.
Leads up to 10. I mean, right now, you're St. Mark's. You're in the complete control of this one now.
Drive and kick. Kalk Vaughn's got an open 3 from the corner, short. Rebound back to Kalk. He'll drive, spin move inside. Right hand shot won't go. And now we're going to have a loose ball and a jump ball.
they just have not been able to get in any kind of rhythm offensively. I mean, this is a Salesianum team, like we said, that averages around 50, 60 points a game, and they're stuck at 31 right now. And there's going to be some fresh troops coming into the game here for Sally's.
So Kolk, Vaughn, Montooth, and Jack Brown all will check to the bench here with 2:38 to go. 10-point lead. We've got some fresh legs in for the press if you're Sally's, and St. Mark's to inbound. Throw it up to Ludman. He hauls it in. Parson comes in for the steal attempt, and he'll get called for a foul.
And you know what? That's probably a good thing because there's a guy wide open at the other end of the floor undefended for a easy layup. So take a chance on the free throw line. Although Ludman's pretty darn good from the foul line.
So the Spartans up 10, and now more free throws coming for Eric Ludman with 2:36 to go. And now you start to see some fans begin to exit here as the Spartans, great fourth quarter for them here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're in complete control. And, you know, with the place packed like this, probably trying to beat a little bit of traffic.
Yeah. And the first free throw up and good, so St. Mark's not taking the foot off the pedal here. Still 2:36 to play. They want to make sure they can end the streak.
Yeah, and it's just a huge win for St. Mark's on this night to do it for Sean Locke, the St. Mark's graduate. He was known as the Sally's killer. They haven't beat Sally since he was in high school.
Yeah, wow.
And you can't tell me that there's not something special going on here. You really can't.
It really is. And again, a special thanks to everyone who came out here tonight and supported the Sean Locke Memorial Classic here at the 76ers Fieldhouse. Again, special thanks to the Locke family, obviously, and everyone just for showing up and showing their support for such a great cause. Again, mental health awareness.
Yeah, a tremendous effort from St. Mark's. They knew this event was about one of their brothers, and they came out here and they put together an extremely impressive performance. Even when they went down by 5 points and things are going Salesianum's way, they did not fold.
And then still doing it on the defensive end. A good block there by Mike Williams. They do, however, lose the ball with a turnover there, so Sally's will get it back 2-10, but the Spartans still up by 12. And you said it, a great game here for the Spartans, and if they can hold on here for the final 2 minutes, we'll bring that 17-game Sally's winning streak to a close. As that Vaughn shot still won't go. Marcelo the rebound. And we'll see they're going to trap him, and we might have a timeout by Coach Santa.
Yeah, good timeout there by Coach Santa. Again, you know, you're in a driver's seat here. It would be interesting to see if Aiden goes back in the game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if they could get him in there and get a bucket.
Absolutely.
But we'll take this time here to talk to you about another one of our great sponsors here at 302 Sports, the Hadley Group. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, let our professional team guide you through the process. For new listings and open houses, visit our Facebook page or website, thehadleygroup.re.com. So if you're in the market and ready to buy or sell, call 302-239-300 and leverage their professional network and Patterson Schwartz Real Estate to help ensure your road to real estate success. The Hadley Group, your local real estate resource.
And then Pat, St. Mark's still up by 12, under 2 minutes to go. I mean, just to recap the entire day here at 76ers Fieldhouse, 4 total games. We had JV and varsity for both girls, Ursuline and St. Mark's, and guys, St. Mark's and Sally's. And just an overall great day of basketball for a great cause here at the 76ers Fieldhouse, and all of us are more than appreciative of being a part of it.
Absolutely. You know, it really is. It is something near and dear, I know, to all of us here. You know, you and I both knew Sean, so definitely near and dear to us. It is. This has been an amazing job, and again, you know, shout out to Trevor Cooney and Jay Wesley for putting this together and making it work. Obviously, Mr. Locke getting the Unlock the Life Foundation started. I mean, it's just a tremendous, tremendous thing to honor a really special Delaware athlete and just Delaware person in general.
Absolutely, and Sean actually got to get on the floor in the NCAA tournament when he was at Delaware and was able even to score some points. So.
Oh, yeah. Went and played at Duke. I mean, he got to experience some things, that was for sure.
And now his St. Mark's Spartans trying to hold on to a victory over their rival Sallies here at the Fieldhouse. A minute 38 to go, and a 12-point lead for a game that was very well executed by the St. Mark's Spartans. Great job defensively as Kalk knocks down that three.
And there's an offense-defense timeout here by Coach Trevison, but this one's almost all but wrapped up. I mean, St. Mark's is really in control of this, and it all comes down to just the final buzzer going. As long as St. Mark's doesn't turn the basketball over, they should come away with this one.
And in other news, Pat, I know something that we've been paying attention to closely recently. Sixers haven't made that big-time trade just a few days ago. They debuted that new lineup tonight at home against the Nuggets, where they got a 117-110 victory led by J.J. Redick. He had 34, 6 of 7 from downtown.
Yeah, but that's a team that needs it right now. The East looks unbeatable right now up top. They need all the help they can get to get that home court advantage.
Now both teams set to take the floor once again.
This is a really special place, man. I like this. The 76ers Fieldhouse. And like I talked to Trevor Cooney at halftime. Unfortunately, I'm really upset that technical difficulties got in the way of that for you folks at home to watch. But there's some tremendous things coming to the 76ers Fieldhouse where local teams are really going to get some exposure.
And now St. Mark's will inbound it in, and he's wrapped up by Chandler Parson. Give him 2 for the takedown. Wrong sport. 43-34.
Yeah, 2 for the takedown. I like it a lot. It's not easy to do. You almost got the pin. The shoulders almost hit the floor,
that was quick,
man.
too. Quick back points there. So now we'll walk the floor for Michael Williams.
Add 3 seconds of riding time on that one.
Bringing out all the stops here at the 76ers Fieldhouse. As that free throw for Williams, no good. So, I mean, Pat, we talked about it. Just a 9-point game. Still a minute 25 to go. Right now, obviously firmly in the hands of the Spartans. But it would be better if you could knock down some free throws.
Well, it's just something that they're going to have to figure out, come tournament time if they want to have success. Mm-hmm. They got to make free throws because there is no such thing as a blowout really in the tournament time. You're going to have to win close games.
Yep.
And you're going to have to make foul shots if you want to do that.
0 for 2 that time. Vaughn quickly the other way off the glass and good. So 2 more for Darnell Vaughn. And after the missed free throws, the lead now just to 7, still a minute 10 to go. They inbound to Ludman, quickly back out to Bazinska. Now it's Sanders as he races past half court, and he'll get wrapped up.
Blake's been pretty good from the foul line. He's been pretty consistent here tonight. He makes 2 here. It might put the wrap on it.
And Sanders, he's been pretty good so far from the foul line tonight. He made his last 2 in his previous trip to the free throw line. But still just a 7-point game, so big free throws here in a way if you're the Spartans. And that first one, no good.
Yeah, that's Nick. This is definitely going to be a talking point from Coach Santa and Coach Sibley over there.
Oh, don't.
The free throws are going to have to be fixed come tournament time.
So 1 of 2 puts the lead back to 8. Still a minute 5 to play. Here's Rasheen Kalk. Drive kick to Vaughn. You know he might put it up. He's been hot. Kicks to the corner. It's going to be a 3 off the side of the backboard again. Rebound to Sanders. And he clears it up to Michael Williams. And now they're off to the races. Ahead to Marcello. But stolen by Darnell Vaughn.
How about this? Sally's just don't want to go away, man.
Darnell Vaughn pull up 3 ball long off the back rim. Rebound in the hands of Ferrante, but taken right away by Eric Ludman. And now up ahead to an open Blake Sanders for an easy 2 for the Spartans.
There's a timeout. That should pretty much do it. The Spartans should come away with this one.
And Pat will look down now. You look at the St. Mark's lineup.
You know, you talked about somebody in the audience here earlier, Rob DeMacy, who caught that 1 ball. Keep an eye out. Again, the Muscle Movement Foundation walk 5K. That's coming up next month. March 8th. Get your tickets. Join Team 302.
Yeah, come join our team.
Support another great cause, the Muscle Movement Foundation. Speaking of great causes, great signs, Aiden Locke just checked back into the game for St. Mark's. See if they can get him a basket.
Absolutely. Aiden did get the start here for tonight on a night where the Spartans are going to take home a big-time victory as well. 46-36, they're up by 10, 33 seconds to play. on a fantastic night if you're a Spartan fan, obviously, and they're going to take this 17-game losing streak that they've suffered here against Sal's in recent years and erase that and start fresh.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, you can't say that Sean's not giving them that extra little push from wherever he's at right now. They hadn't beat him since he was in high school.
And a great performance tonight by the Spartans. And until the ball will stay here with the Sallies as we're now just running out the final 17 seconds. St. Mark's up by double digits.
St. Mark's is going to get the ball here. This would be an awesome time to get Aiden Locke a basket.
And they're going to foul Blake Sanders. I'm going to say, wouldn't be the easiest task either. Rasheen Kalk is draped all over Aiden.
Let him get to the foul line.
So 46-38, 15 and a half seconds to play. And who else but Blake Sanders back at the free throw line for the Spartans. And Pat, we've kind of just, been talking during these free throws back and forth. The Spartans, for the most part, have held on to this victory for the last few minutes. And again, tomorrow you'll have
foul shots.
We'll talk about that, obviously.
Gosh.
I do not want to hear what Sibbs is thinking right now on the bench. You're just looking at him. He's shaking his head. He's just shaking his head.
I'm telling you, that is going to be important in a couple of weeks.
And that's the thing. You get a big-time victory like tonight if you're the Spartans. Huge victory. And the first thing that Sibbs is going to say to you when you get back in the locker room, Coach Santa hopefully will give you a praise, but that'll be the first thing that you hear if you're a player. Ludman the rebound here, and that for the most part should do it. Ball now in the hands of Aiden Locke. Bounce pass to Ludman and up ahead to an open Michael Williams, and he will hold on to it here, and that will do it. That crowd you hear is the St. Mark's faithful. They're actually going to rush the court, I believe, is what we're seeing right now. St. Mark's, they get the big victory, 47-38 over Salesianum.
First time in 17 games that they've defeated Salesianum since Sean Locke was here and did it. It's unbelievable. It's tremendous. They're telling the students to get off the floor, but this is special. This really is special, and
absolutely
amazing stuff.
You can say that again on an amazing day here at the 76ers Fieldhouse. A special thanks to everyone that made it so special for coming out and supporting a great cause, the Sean Locke 24 Memorial Classic here at the Fieldhouse. Great games all day long, and a perfect night, or a perfect cap off to the night if you're a Spartan with a big-time win to end that streak against Salesianum. And Pat, we look down at some of these stats. Marcello, he had 13, Ludman 13, and Blake Sanders 11. Those were your big three in double digits.
Yeah, all three scoring in double figures. I think you said, 13, and 11. That's 37 of their 47 points. I mean, that's a huge chunk of what they did. And, I mean, amazing effort. I mean, you could tell they were playing with a little something extra with this one. And like we said, to get the big win first time in 9 years, you defeat Salesianum. That's a huge deal, Nick Alcedrini. You know how important that is.
I mean, that's a huge deal to even think it has gone that long, but on a great night tonight, they end that streak. And then you look over to Sally's. They struggled offensively pretty much throughout the game. Vaughn gave you 16. Kalk added 10, the sophomore. But you look, one person you don't see really much of is Jack Brown, number 10. He ended the night with, I believe, 3 points. Tough night offensively for the Sals.
Absolutely. They just never could get in the rhythm. The St. Mark's defense really forced them to take some shots that they weren't comfortable with. A lot of little mid-range shots, a lot of floaters were taken, and they really couldn't get the outside shot working. It's just a struggle all night. Coach Trevison, he's going to have to talk to his team and get them prepared to go. Both teams fighting for playoff positioning. This is a big win for St. Mark's. But, Salesianum, they'll adjust. They'll find a way to adjust.
Now in just a few moments, we're going to get you our special presentation here live from the Fieldhouse where they'll crown, I believe, their player of the game.
And you see, Trevor Cooney and Jay Wesley are going to the player of the game award here. And once that happens, we'll sign off. Let's turn this up.
The SL24 Courage Award recipient is from St. Mark's High School, number 15, Victor Marcello.
There you have it, Victor Marcello taking home one of the big-time awards here after the big win over Salesianum, number 15. He had 13 points tonight in the big victory, and he'll get his picture taken.
Tremendous effort from him. Congratulations to him, and again, what an event. The SL24, the first of its kind, right here in the brand new arena. This is spectacular, and it was really great to honor the life of Sean Locke. One of the, Del HS, you see that on Twitter, hashtag Del HS. He's one of the legacies. He really is, of the recent past. So tremendous honor. Again, thanks to everybody for tuning in and anyone who's donated. Thanks to PPG Sports, Trevor Cooney, Jay Wesley for allowing us to come in here and stream this, as well as the Locke family. It's been an honor and a privilege. We got some good games.
Absolutely. Great games all day long, and it ends with a St. Mark's Spartan victory over Salesianum. They win 47-38. That'll do it for us here at 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Patrick Garianis, Jason Winchell, Alex on the camera, Guida, Nick Halliday, Pops. Everyone was here today for a great event. We'll see you next time. More sports coming your way this weekend on 302 Sports.